I've seen so many people where you say ballet and they roll their eyes. And you get that, oh God, don't talk about that. That's probably 90% of the people. I think what's missing in the thinking of ballet, it's the athleticism. I mean, it's really, they're athletes and artists. And it almost starts with the physicality of it. I mean, its dancing is very physical. I think that's what they see in our performances, is all of a sudden they recognize the absolute physicality, the complete speed and strength and body control. And when you show it in a very dynamic sort of a ballet work, it awakens people. And that's why we're trying to make the point of how athletic ballet is. I mean, you also have to be artistic. I mean, it's a very difficult profession. A lot of people have been dragged by partners, by spouses to our event and awakened to ballet. Had no idea what it looked like, what it could be. What we're trying to do is to ensure that ballet is part of the cultural fabric of Indianapolis, in whatever form that is. We're trying to make sure that not only ballet, but great ballet, accessible ballet, waking people up to ballet is really part of our mission, trying to build enough of a following, both philanthropic and audience-wise, to have a sustainable company here that really is something to be proud of.
We began with Evening with the Stars because we had to determine whether there was an audience for ballet, whether the audience would like what we presented, and whether it was financially feasible. The first year, 2009, we almost filled the hall. We had 1,840 people in the audience, and they loved it. They stood after each piece and loved it. Second year, we had a full house completely.
It was funny at the Murat, the manager came out after our first performance and said, "We just had a ZZ Top concert the other night, and your crowd is louder than theirs." He said, "This is amazing." Ballet is one of the most difficult art forms, I think, to sell to people, and it shouldn't be because it's among the most accessible. It's music and movement. I mean, it's really that simple.
We started by presenting the finest dancers in the world. You can't see them together anywhere. We brought the very best. We do a masterclass series, and we bring the very best teachers and the very best dancers to teach these students. We're not going to backtrack from that. The question is, how do you grow from there into a company or into the transition toward a company? What do you have to do? He's got the answer.
The model that we're looking at, it's hard to compare. It's hard to give you an example of what that is. It's really rethinking the way ballet is presented. What we're trying to do is almost curate ballet, to have not one choreographer to literally select from all of them and have a constantly varying sort of program, be it contemporary or classical. So it really opens up the palette to what you can do. The artistic lead is a curator and not a choreographer. The reputation we're making in the dance world is almost unexpected. It's really rather surprising. Everybody knows Indianapolis for the galas and for the masterclass program. Through the gala dancers, we're known among, the principal dancers of the major companies all know if you get a call from Indianapolis, it's a good gig. It's a nice city, they treat you well, the audience is warm and receptive and enthusiastic.
For a city to be great, it needs to have an expanded culture base, and that includes ballet and dance. Has to. You can have football team, baseball, and an orchestra, but if you're lacking ballet, you have a cultural void that prohibits you from being considered a great city. And this city should be great.
There's never a good time not to have the arts. Our mission is to make sure that ballet is part of the community, and I think we're off on the right start. It's just a matter of growing. It sells itself once you see it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.